Hey friends, today we're going to be removing the back panel from a Vizio high def 4K TV. And this specific model number is the Vizio D55u-d1. Now what happened is the front of this TV cracked, and so I'm going to be removing a bunch of the parts that are still good to resell those. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to make a few videos showing you how to get in and change out those parts. So you can click on the video link in the description box below, and I'll put a link to the series that kind of removes all sorts of the boards that are in here. There's three main boards, speakers, all sorts of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is the new TV that we're currently using. And so what I've done is I've actually taken the old TV, I removed the stands so I could lay it flat on the ground. Those are really easy. There's just basically a screw that is in the back right here above the stand. Two screws right there, obviously on the other end as well. Take a screwdriver, pull those out, and remove the stand so you can lay this thing flat on its face. And here we'll go back. Now that I have it pulled out and laid flat on the ground, I'll show you how to remove the back panel. Okay, basically all we need to do is remove a number of different screws, and this thing literally just jimmies right off. Now the major screws, I went ahead and pulled each of them out just to save on time. You can see a couple of them over there. All you really need is a screwdriver. I've got one of these multi-head screwdrivers that are pretty nice. I'll put a link in the description box below if you guys need one of those. So let me show you where the screws are located. You have a few deep ones. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see right there, 5 on the end. And those are all the deep screws that look about like this. So they're a little bit longer in length, and those kind of can pull out. And then on the side, you have a number of different screws that look like this. They're a lot littler, and these ones are the ones that go on the side here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on that side. You have another few up top here. 1, 2, 3, is that 4, 5, 6, 7 it looks like. 7 up there, and then on the side again here, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so after you've pulled those, and excuse me, this I made a mistake here. There's actually only 1, 2, 3, 4 of the deep screws here. These are actually for the stand. So just you have to make sure your stand is pulled out like I showed you earlier. Okay, there's also going to be a screw that's right in here that goes, kind of connects in the power plug there. And there's also going to be 3 screws that plug into the main board, which is underneath here, the main video board. There's 1, 2, 3 little screws that look like this. You can see those guys are really little. So once you have all of those screws pulled out, you can see these are actually, these guys right here, these screws are for the mounting board, so don't worry about that. Those should already be out of there if you, unless you've taken this off of the wall and need to undo that. So once all those screws have been removed, this thing actually just jimmies off. Now, you have to kind of wiggle it a little bit and it'll come loose. You just pull it right up. Now here's the trick. You don't want to just yank this thing right up, because you can see that wire right there. There's a wire that's going to be attached to the main logic board. Most likely it'll be taped down. You can see this one was actually taped down right there. I've removed it earlier again just so I wouldn't yank this thing up. And basically you need to reach underneath there and you need to disconnect it from the logic board. And that actually just popped right off, but normally you can see that it connects directly down to the board right there. So, like I said, it just disconnected from that middle part right there. But if you were doing this for the first time, you would just come in here. Again, this would be connected to the back. And you're going to be lift up this little guy right here and just pull that right out. Once you have that removed, this guy, again, just lifts off, and you can remove it and put it over to the side. And there you go. You basically now have access to the back of the TV, and you can remove the main video board. You can remove the LCD board. You can remove I may have actually had these two mixed up, but these four main boards are actually, if they're still in good condition, you can resell them, as well as the speakers. I've removed the speakers already. But what we'll do now is I'll show you how to remove some of these boards. Again, links in the description box below if you're interested in learning how to do that. Otherwise, stay tuned and we'll have more tech how-to videos coming up soon.